Good evening. Welcome to the KTLA News at 6. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Brandi Hitt.
Well, are you ready for some football?
Ready.
I think we're all ready, and you better be ready because it is finally here.
Well, we know that ESPN is reporting that a new collective bargaining agreement has finally been reached between the NFL owners and the players. So we turn to Steve Hartman now with the details. And it's too good to be true. Finally, it's done.
Well, it's not 100%.
All right, let's go back 2 days. The owners apparently approved this collective bargaining agreement. The players are going, whoa, wait a minute here. There's a couple issues that have not been resolved. What happened?
Well, what happened was, of course, is that for the Players Association said it's kosher. And again, never have we had the players not vote for something that was recommended by their executive committee.
So when could we see the first game?
We're going to see pre.
Sounds good.
That is what we want.
Yes.
All right, Steve.
All right, guys.
We'll see you later in sports. So far, the LAPD has released few details about the arrest of Marvin Norwood and Luis Sanchez.
But we could learn a whole lot more about what led to their arrests tomorrow. KTLA's David Begnaud now is live in the update. Now we head to Norway, where the official death count stands at 93 following that horrific bombing and shooting spree earlier this week.
Now, the man believed to have carried out these terrible attacks has reportedly confessed to police as a stunned nation begins to mourn its loss.
Now here, while we continue to enjoy our weather, the Midwest and the East Coast, cannot believe it, they still just continue to get hit with that heat.
Jim Castillo here now with an update on that, and hey, well, nothing to complain about here.
Yeah, no, just a little mugginess coming in and a couple of tweets coming in about that, but yeah, nothing compared to what's going on in the East Coast. You've heard of
in a couple of minutes. Well, 659 gay and lesbian couples were issued a marriage license today in New York after the state's new Marriage Equality Act went into effect.
New York now joins 5 other states plus the District of Columbia in allowing same-sex marriage. Shelby Lynn shows us today's ceremonies. Time is running out as lawmakers continue to try and work out a deal over the federal debt limit. Lawmakers say a deal needs to be finalized by tomorrow in order to get it passed on time. House Speaker John Boehner is reportedly pressing ahead with his 2-stage debt strategy, but Treasury Secretary Tim Geithner hit the Sunday talk shows, saying that plan is unacceptable to the White House.
Productions are a problem for local movie and television workers, and they have been fighting to keep business here for years.
And while the state of California has tried to respond with some tax incentives, some actors say it just simply is not enough. KTLA's Chip Yo shows us how they are addressing this issue. Political summits to improve international relations are often in the news.
But in her Sunday Gospel report, Gail Anderson learns that same approach applies to the church as the Church of God in Christ prepares for a music summit this Thursday.
Welcome back. The nightmare in Norway continues as police continue to search for more victims in that pair of deadly attacks.
Meanwhile, word of a confession from the gunman and a possible connection right here in Los Angeles. KTLA's Dave Meekum live now in Century City with the latest on this tragic.
Terrifying moments for people awakened by fires deliberately set in their neighborhood early this morning. These knock on wood a little bit because so far fire season has not been that bad.
So far, you're right. We've been in this cool trough over the West Coast, but we're watching it.
The NTSB is continuing its investigation right now into yesterday's deadly plane crash in Corona.
2 new suspects in the Brian Stowe beating case are expected to appear in court tomorrow.
And both are facing several felony counts. KTLA's David Begnaud has the details on this investigation. That was a little bit of a surprise. I think it was Sam Rubin who thought that Harry Potter would still be #1 this weekend.
Didn't happen. Sam's not always right. Most of the time he is.
You know who is always right? Jim Castillo about our weather.
They're hanging in there.
Yeah, you know? Since I already got the season tickets, I'll buy a Dodger dog, but that's about it. Not that you have much choice there for food anyway.
There isn't much, is there?
Oh, it's the South Atlantic League's got better concession stands than Dodger Stadium these days.
Well, Steve, thank you. Looking forward to it, yes, later on tonight. Now, as Gail Anderson showed us earlier in this news hour, a Southern California church is looking for better ways of preaching the gospel at an upcoming summit. It is a music summit. Take a look and a listen to their rehearsal. And, well, it wasn't me. I don't think it was you either. Somebody out there, though, a lucky someone, has the winning ticket in last night's Super Lotto Plus drawing.
Yeah, because we probably wouldn't be here. Yeah, he or she, 61 million reasons on the coaster with you.
Seriously, but I'm sure your son, your kids, they'd love that. Come on, Dad.
That's
Let's
a lot
go
of
for
screaming.
a ride. Thank you for joining us here on the KTLA News at 6 o'clock.
We'll see you back here at 10, and for continuous news updates, just log on to KTLA.com. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Brandi Hitt. Right now, the LAPD says it has these suspects this time in the Brian Stowe beating case in custody, and they are expected to be in court tomorrow.
But it could be a third person arrested in the case that could help prosecutors the most. KTLA's David Begnaud live.
Back here at home, a woman armed with a gun who barricaded herself in an apartment is in custody tonight. The 100 gay and lesbian couples received marriage licenses today in New York after the state's new Marriage Equality Act finally went into effect.
New York joins 5 other states plus the District of Columbia in allowing same-sex marriage. Shelby Lynn has more on today's ceremonies.
A newly formed local Tea Party held a rally today in downtown Los Angeles.
In East San Diego County, the California National Guard today joined the fight to contain a 3-day-old Eagle fire.
This brush fire is only 35% contained right now, and Jen Carlman has more from the fire line.
And if you just heard that firefighter, he's pretty much describing the conditions here in Los Angeles County.
They're beautiful right now. Jim Castillo, you know, we've been talking about how nice it is.
Way productions are a big problem for local movie and television workers, and they've been fighting this problem for years.
And while the state of California has responded, or at least tried to, with some tax incentives, some actors say it just is not enough. KTLA's Chip Yo shows us how they are addressing this issue.
Pretty talented.
I was going to say, that's a skill. You may sign us up. We can try it sometime, if you think. You'll pass?
I'll pass. Maybe 10 years ago.
Notice how he didn't have hair.
Yeah. All right, still ahead tonight at 10 o'clock.
A Northern California birthday party turned into a tragedy. A 15-year-old boy was shot and killed, and 8 other people wounded.
Yeah, this happened at a backyard in Stockton. Andrea Borba has more on the deadly shooting.
After yesterday's tragic death of singer Amy Winehouse, her family is now releasing a statement expressing sorrow and also asking for privacy to mourn.
Governor Jerry Brown addressed the NAACP tonight at the Downtown Convention Center.
Switch gears now, take a look at the work week weather forecast, because we just hope, I think, the weather continues the way it's been so far.
That's right, from Jerry Brown to Jim Castillo.
Hey, guys.
We're lucky compared to the rest of the U.S. right now, I think,
very
Jim.
lucky. Yep.
Thank you.
All right, Jim. Well,
and listen to this. The Big Apple is going to get a store that really lives up to its name. A Big Apple.
And by big, we're talking huge.
That one will probably be packed with people.
Well, it will be, because that terminal's packed every day.
Exactly.
All right, that is the KTLA News at 10 for this Sunday night. We thank you for watching. And for news updates throughout the night, just log on to KTLA.com.
And be sure to wake up for the KTLA Morning News beginning bright and early at 4:30. Right now, Steve Hartman is here with Sports Final.